Good day, Mom Vivero. I'm Hannah Sofia Armanag, and with me is Mr. Raymond Tagapan, and today we will be discussing the constructivism in education. Constructivism is a learning theory that emphasizes the active role of the learner in constructing knowledge and understanding. Constructivism has had a significant impact on educational practices as it encourages teachers to create learning environments that support active learning, collaboration, and problem solving. And here are the key principles of constructivism. Learners actively construct knowledge and understanding based on their prior experiences and interaction with the environment. Learners learn through collaboration and interaction with others, including peers, teachers, and experts. Learners' prior experiences, cultural background, and social context influence their learning and understanding. Learners are actively engaged in the learning process rather than passive recipients of information. Here are some of the examples of key principles of constructivism. Instead of simply listening to a lecture on photosynthesis, a student might conduct an experiment to observe the process firsthand. They could then discuss their findings and draw conclusions based on their observation. A student might work in group to research a topic, presenting their findings to the class and engaging in discussion about different perspectives. This collaborative approach encourages students to consider multiple viewpoints and refine their own understanding.
Okay, let's proceed the constructivist approaches to teaching and learning. Learners are presented with a real-world problem and encouraged to work together to solve them. For example, when solving a math problem, students are presented with a real-world math problem such as calculating the cost of a home renovation or amount the interest of a loan. They must work together to solve the problem using mathematical concepts and skills. Another example, planning a community event. Students are responsible for planning a community event, such as a festival or fundraiser. They must consider factors such as budget, logistics, marketing, and programming. Inquiry-based learning. Learners are encouraged to ask questions, investigate, and explore topics of interest. When science experiments, students can conduct experiments to explore scientific concepts and phenomena. For example, they can investigate the effects of different variables on the plant growth, the properties of different materials, or the behavior of light and sounds. Another example, when debates and discussion allow students to express their opinions and ideas on different topics and to learn from others. They can be structured and unstructured and can involve small groups or the whole class. Project-based learning. Learners work long-term projects that require them to apply their knowledge and skills to solve a problem or create a product. For example, building a solar power car, students can work in teams to design, building, and test a solar power car. They will need to apply their knowledge in physics, engineering, and renewable energy to create a functional vehicle. Another example, when creating a documentary film, students can research a topic of interest and create a documentary film to educate others about it. They will need to learn about filmmaking techniques, storytelling, and research methods. Collaborative learning. Learners work together in small groups to complete tasks, share ideas, and learn from each other. For example, when historical debates, group of students research different sides of historical event or issue such as whether a dropping of an atomic bomb was justified, they then present their arguments in debates format and learn from the opposing group perspective. Another example, in creating a historical timeline, students collaborate to create a detailed timeline of a particular historical period. Each group member is responsible for researching and adding key events, people, and developments. Okay, let's proceed the benefits of constructivism in education. Constructivist approaches to teaching and learning have been shown to improve students' learning outcomes, including their critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity skills. For example, in a story class, instead of just memory facts about particular era, students are given primary sources such as letter, diaries, and newspaper article from that time. They work in grouping to analyze these sources and draw their own conclusions about the causes and effects of historical events. For example, when studying the American Revolution, a student might analyze letters from the colonists and British soldiers to understand the different perspectives that leads to the conflict. This process of analyzing and interpreting primary sources helps students develop critical thinking skills as they question of the reliability of their sources and consider multiple viewpoints. Increase students' engagement. Constructivist approaches to teaching and learning are more engaging and motivating for students as they allow students to take an active role in their learning. For example, in a language art class, when studying a novel, the teachers divide the students into groups. Each group is assigned for a different chapter and they have to create a short skit that represent the main events and themes of that chapter. The students have to analyze the text, decide on the key elements to include, and they act in out of the class. They not only makes the learning of the novel more fun, but also encourages them to think deeply about the story and its meaning. Development of 21st century skills. Constructivist approaches to teaching and learning help students to develop the skills they need to success in 21st century, including collaboration, communication, creativity, and critical thinking. For example, in a business class, students are presented with the case study about a company facing of a difficult decision, such as whether to expand into a new market or launch a new product. They are asked to analyze the situation, identify the relevant factors, and evaluate the potential risks and benefits of different options. They then present their recommendation and defend their reasoning. This activity helps students develop their critical thinking skills as they learn to analyze complex situations and make informed decisions. Preparation for the workforce. Constructivist approaches to teaching and learning prepare students for the workforce by helping them develop the skills and knowledge they need to be successful in their careers. For example, group projects in healthcare education. In a nursing or medical schools program, students work in a groups to manage patient cases. They collaborate on developing treatment plans, communicating with patients and their families, and coordinating with other healthcare professionals. This teamwork experience prepare them for the collaborative nature of healthcare settings, where effective teamwork is essential for providing quality in patients' care.
In conclusion, constructivism is a powerful framework that emphasizes active learning, personal experiences, and hands on engagement. It has transformed the way we approach education, psychology, and the arts, empowering individuals to take an active role in constructing their own knowledge and understanding. By embracing constructivist principles, we can foster a deeper and more meaningful learning experience in various aspects of our lives.